Dun, 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 dun. This is a podcast hosted by two best friends who disagree about movies, books, and trends with nothing in common except our first names. When Mandy is wrong, we all know who to blame. I am Mandy Kaplan, and she is Mandy Fabian. There's a million fights we haven't fought. Grab a couch. Let's get to it. Guess what I saw last night?
Holy crap. That was amazing. Oh, you went and saw the live show? Awesome.
Yes.
Oh,
It was
when did
Casey's
they do Annie?
big Hanukkah gift.
Oh, sweet.
It was everything I dreamed it could be and more. I had never seen it. No, none of my family. We'd seen the Disney movie.
What?
We had tickets for Father's Day 2020.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
I wish I would have known. You could have gone and talked to Rory afterwards.
If we could have stayed awake.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's long.
Poor mom and Casey, we were exhausted.
Oh my God.
But
it was your bedtime about 40 minutes into that production. How did you do it?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm not throwing away my... I was done. Yeah.
Did you wear your pajamas?
Oh, I wish I could have. I got dressed up. I wore a dress.
Yeah.
And it was...
That's nice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this show
it's
is
electric.
the best show I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yep.
And doesn't make it my favorite musical, but it is the best show overall. The choreography is ingenious. The staging is brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, emotional, like hopeful, educational. Like it's got everything. It's so perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect show. I agree.
It's such a controversial take for us to love Hamilton.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to hear from the Fandies on this one at Mandy_Kaplan_Clavin.
I know.
But that Hamilton is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It definitely is. I totally agree.
How many times have you seen it?
I've seen it 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, have I seen it 3? Maybe 2 times. So I think I've seen it twice.
And then on TV.
Yeah. I saw it twice live and then on TV. But we're probably going to go again because the guy who's in my movie plays King George in Hamilton.
I know.
Rory O'Malley.
I know. Yes.
Who's awesome. Yeah.
He was great. It was great. It was... our family had a big disagreement about the guy playing Hamilton. Casey and I loved him, and Jerry really didn't like him.
Interesting. What does Jeremy know, though? Is he a musical theater expert? I mean, do you trust his opinion? Right. Great taste in women, but anything else? I don't know.
He's pretty stupid overall. So
no, I wonder. That's interesting. I can't remember. I can't remember what I thought of the Hamilton, but I think I get very attached to Broadway cast recordings, and then when I go see something, it's a little. That's true for concerts when somebody sings a really famous song and they sing it differently than what's on the album. I do get a little bit like, oh, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. When I want to introduce Casey to a song, like a lot of Billy Joel.
Yeah.
And he's like, I haven't heard this one. And I'm like, it's a live version. Don't listen to it first. The live versions will never, satisfy.
Yeah.
They will never satisfy.
Oh, I know, right? Abby had her soccer team over, a few kids from her soccer team. It was so sweet. I mean, they just met playing soccer, and when they lost, they were in the finals for the championship. Did I tell you this already? They were in the finals, and they didn't get to they didn't win. And all the girls were like all red-eyed, and I was holding it together because I'm like, hey, it's just a game, whatever. And then I saw all of their little eyes for their faces, and I was like, okay. So then I had to go. I had to go pack my chair because I was going to cry, and I was like, "Don't you cry? You were the grown up."
Oh my God, I
wasn't crying because they had lost. I was crying because they were crying, right?
They were so upset.
Oh my God! And I was like, "Don't get it together." And I packed my chair, and I'm like breathing and breathing, and then I go and see my daughter, and she is just slumped, and I'm like, "Okay, here we go." And I go and I hug her, and I'm like, "Oh, baby, you did such a great job," and she starts sobbing. I'm like, "Hey, you played great," and she goes, "Mom, I'm not crying because we lost. I'm crying because I don't want my team to end."
Oh.
I mean,
it's like last day of camp.
Right?
Oh, yes.
So
bless her heart.
We had the team over and did 2 minutes of cookie decorating. And then Abby marched them all upstairs and got them dressed up in like Patrick's clothes and old pajamas and things and did a production of the first 4 numbers of Hamilton for all the parents. Oh, yeah. She's
incredible.
She's like a mini you. She's a mini you.
Incredible. I used to make my best friend perform like on the fireplace mantle. And I would be like, okay, now we're doing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And she was so miserable. She was shy. She was not a performer. And I would be like, you're going to do it. And you're going to give it your all, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I was.
Oh, now see, I wish we had known each other as kids. I mean, we would.
Well, I'm still doing that to you.
I know. We would have disagreed on what we should have done, but at least we would have been on the same page. There should have been musicals. I had a friend, we used to make up songs. So we would take turns. One would be the audience and introduce the other, and the other one would come on stage like they were a rock star. And then we would just make up songs and sing.
Yeah.
And
it was like 8 Mile up in your house.
It was. And she would get up there, and she did this one time. She got up there and she was like, Desperado, why don't you come? You know, and I was like, I don't think you made that up. I think that's a real song. Right. She's like, no, I just thought about a Desperado and I started to sing about it. I was like, no, I'm only 9.
I thought about Desperado.
And she was like, no, I'm making it up as I go along. I'm like, no, I feel like I could find a.
Was her name Melania? By any chance? See what I did?
No, but
I got
she
political.
was over at our house a lot when we were kids. Yeah. In Harper, Texas. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of growing up.
Yep.
What we're doing a holiday episode.
Yay!
Talking about our holiday traditions and favorites and songs and recipes and go. And
let me say, I think it's really, I just realized this in this moment. What's cool is you've come over to my house for Christmas like several years, right? I mean, unless we're not out of town, you're there.
Yeah. Often in April, I just come over and demand it.
That's true. And you've come and decorate my Christmas tree. And then you also invited us over. We had Hanukkah with you guys. You taught the kids. I have pictures of you like teaching the kids about the latke. We made latkes, right? And we did oh man, they loved that. They wanted to be Jewish so bad. I wanted to be Jewish so bad when I was a kid.
And all I wanted was to marry a non-Jew so I could have Christmas.
Is that right? Oh my God.
Oh, I wanted it so badly.
Well, in a way, maybe you didn't marry a non-Jew, but you inextricably bonded yourself to a non-Jew so that we get to celebrate all those holidays together.
Oh, yeah.
I love the latkes.
Yep.
You even bring them for Christmas, don't you? You're like, we kind of have Jumas.
Yeah. I mean, we sure can. If our kitchen is done, we can sure. Yeah. Well, then we're going to start with food because you're talking food right off the bat.
Yep.
What are your favorite holiday treats that I will probably hate?
Okay. Well, my niece makes chocolate covered cherries. Which you can't hate.
Flawless. I
can't imagine a holiday treat that you would hate. I mean,
I hate turkey with all my heart and soul.
Yeah. But we're vegetarians now, so
vile.
Yeah,
like the thought of a turkey is so horrifying to me, and the house filled with the smell of cooking turkey makes me gag.
What?
And that is not being dramatic. I hate turkey.
I thought you just couldn't eat meat on the bone, and
I cannot eat any meat on a bone.
Yeah, Mandys.
Which, in the holidays, like. Yeah,
I just want to live the Mandys to like take that in for a minute. That Missy Pants, who will eat meat, can't eat it off the bone. Just that's a very specific thing that I think is very fun about you. You can't have sausage either, right?
I do like sausage now. I don't like the real fennelly Italian sausage.
Oh, okay.
But I do eat more sausages now.
I bet you do. Bada boom, hey-o!
Yeah, you're saying bone and no innuendos in there. But my thing about holidays are side dishes.
Yeah.
And my favorites are the most typical American white trashy side dishes. That green bean casserole with the Campbell's soup and the turkey onions on top.
Yeah, you love that, huh?
I love it. I make it year round. I'm not kidding. I love it so much. I love cranberry sauce.
Oh yeah, cranberry
from
sauce.
a can with the limes. When people make homemade cranberry sauce,
you like?
They can fuck right off.
Really?
They can Go to hell.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I like the homemade cranberry sauce.
Go to hell.
I had one Christmas that we put booze in everything, and it was great.
Oh.
No, it was like Grand Marnier stuffing. It was bourbon cranberries. Well, it wasn't like we got drunk on it. It just flavored everything.
No, I'm not. It's just like all those flavors are so like stuffing and
What? You just said you liked all the side dishes.
not stuffing because it's been in a turkey usually. I'll do a box of stovetop.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business. But I don't want to eat the stuff that comes
out of a turkey. Yeah, I get it. Oh my God, you're like gagging in the studio. Well, turkeys love you. I mean, what about chicken? You eat chicken, right?
Yeah.
What about quail? Do you eat quail or duck or
No.
pheasant?
No. Oh my God. First of all, ducks. I have a very, very kindred spirit thing with ducks. And I can't eat anything I would rather cuddle with. So duck.
Yeah.
I love ducks so much. Quail, anything that looks like its original animal form, I can't eat. And quail's usually served like,
So what do you,
if they made quail patties, I would try one, I guess.
so what do you do with chicken? You eat like ground chicken or you only eat breast
Not
meat?
ground, but yeah, chicken breasts. That's it.
You don't ever buy a chicken and then eat the meat?
No. Oh my God, no.
But you know that it comes from bones. It comes from one of the little animals.
No.
You know that,
No.
right? No? Okay.
No,
What about pigs?
not in my cartoon world.
You put back bacon, right? You're okay with bacon.
Oh, love bacon.
Well, who doesn't love bacon? I mean,
Because bacon is just made from magic and love.
yeah,
There's no animal product in bacon.
right. Well, yeah, I guess look, I know it comes from an animal and I still really love bacon. I mean, there's things I do that are immoral,
Yes.
and that's one of them. I don't know if I can ever give up bacon.
Well, your daughter can't.
I
don't mean to rat her out, but she ordered a veggie burger with bacon.
Oh, yeah, she does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, bacon is it's our family. It's in our DNA,
Right.
Maybe we were pig farmers back in the 1700s. I don't know.
Sure.
My mom used to make this thing called 7-cup salad, which is super disgusting, but it's like grapes and those little mandarin orange slices. And I think there's coconut in it and tiny baby marshmallows.
Yeah.
I haven't had it. We haven't had it in years because it is trash, but I love it. I loved it as a kid.
Oh, really? You're making a face like you don't like it. So I'm trying to make that face. But
It's trash. It's terrible. But as a kid, I loved it. And I just remembered that. I was like, 7-cup salad. I haven't had that in a while. I love those desserts. Like, I don't like cake with frosting because it's too sweet. But you give me one of those garbage cakes with like the round pineapple things and the maraschino cherries and it's almost mushy. It's so cake battery.
oh, gross.
I love it. I think that's why I'm not afraid of ever not having money and being homeless. I'd be a great homeless person. I could eat right out of the garbage. Anything that's like mushy or shitty, like
and your penchant for not showering, you really are on your way.
I'm telling you, I have the wrong calling just being cared for at all. Like, I mean, I wipe it right out of a takeout container. If it's leftover pasta, I'll eat it with my fingers. I get real pleasure out of that. I mean, I'm not going to do it at somebody's house, but
The last holiday food I want to bring up because it is one of those things that's like cheating on Jer.
Oh,
is
truffle.
I love pecan pie.
Oh.
And he doesn't like it at all. He's a no nuts in his food person.
Uh-huh.
And so when someone's like, hey, we have apple, we have pecan pie. I'm like, pecan pie. Because I don't make it. I make a good one, but I don't make it because he won't eat it. And I love it.
Let me tell you something.
I love it.
My sister makes one of the best pecan pies you've ever had in your life. And she's going to bring it this Christmas.
I don't believe it. So she has to prove it on Christmas.
Oh, she will. I tell you what, though, we did last year. We made pumpkin pie with real pumpkin, and then we made a pumpkin pie with canned pumpkin, and we did taste
Canned's
tests.
better, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
I would.
Real is infinitely better.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy,
Okay.
but it's like, you're like, oh, wow. Uh-oh. I mean, not that we're going to make real pumpkin because it's a bear, It's kind of a pain in the butt. Actually, it's not so bad, but.
So for Christmas, I'll just bring a can of cranberry sauce.
Sure, you need to bring that jarred stuff because that's not happening in my house. You should bring that if you want it. Yeah, can.
Jar.
A can. Yeah. Oh,
a can.
Right, jarred is too homemade.
Oh. Right. Yep.
Yeah. We always used to do my Christmas Eve. My mom and aunts would always have a oyster stew.
Ooh, weird.
Yeah, with oyster crackers and stuff. I thought it was so gross. I bet if I had it now, I'd like it. But oof. as a kid.
What other holiday traditions do you have or did you have as a kid that I can criticize?
Yeah. Well, we always opened one gift on Christmas Eve.
Love
Just
it.
one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also went to midnight mass. Thank God that stopped at some point because, it was always my dad snoring, falling asleep and snoring really loudly. And I remember at one point, the time I was like, I don't know if religion is for me. I was probably like 11 years old and it was midnight mass. And the Catholic priest was talking about if abortion had been legal when Jesus was alive, that maybe Mary would have aborted Jesus. And that's why we can't have abortion. And I was like, now it's too much. I can't. Like,
wow.
You can't even give me Christmas Eve to not like feel good about the world. You gotta, I'm sorry. I'm not on board anymore. That is really the moment when I was like, get me out of this church immediately.
Sure.
And then it happened because my mom got a divorce and we were dirty. So we didn't.
Right. And also the snacks aren't good. Like grape juice and wafer crackers.
Yeah, no. I mean, when you're hungry.
I need a spread. I need bagels and lox. Like, don't waste my time.
No, it's way better on your scene. What about you? What about your traditions?
Well, we, growing up, the Jewish, as it states in the Torah, you have to have Chinese food and a movie on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve. Oh, not day.
Right.
Okay.
Not day. We did it on Christmas Eve. I think people are torn. New Testament, Old Testament, I think it's a thing.
Sure.
But the tradition that we started a few years ago in our family is, so New Year's Day, we host like an open house with bagels and champagne and everybody can come with their families and I love it. So therefore New Year's Eve has become a lot less dramatic because we're like, tomorrow's our big day. Yeah. So tonight, what we started doing New Year's Eve is a Top Chef competition. And
Fun.
Casey judges and he picks a theme and pits mom against dad. And, one year we had to make kid foods, but make them fancy. One year we had to do like, I don't know, tell our story through our food because he's seen Top Chef Junior. So he like rips off those ideas.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And Jer and I can like have a drink in the kitchen and put on music and cook. And Casey can ignore us up in his room and play his video games. And then he comes down and like judge. He even comes down and says like, so what are you guys making? So is that going to go in the oven? Like he does it like a host. It's really fun.
That is so cute. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So that's our big holiday tradition because we're Jews and we don't do a bunch of Christmas stuff.
But you do Hanukkah. Like, do you do the 8 days of gifts and stuff like that?
Yes.
8 gifts. How do you do 8 gifts? And
it's very easy because family sends stuff.
Okay.
So one night we're like, this is from Auntie Allie. One night this is from Grandma. We just like divvy them out. And then this year we actually forgot a couple nights and we ran out of gifts. So we got him tickets to Hamilton.
Oh, nice. Well,
that was the last night.
It's always 8, right? It's always 8 nights. And then, like, do you do the other traditions as well? Or is it like Hanukkah? Like, do you do the Seders and the day of fasting and stuff like that? Rosh Hashanah?
I don't do Yom Kippur. That's the Day of Atonement where we fast. I don't do that.
Okay.
But if we get invited to a Seder... Right.
I mean, you'd be crazy.
If we get invited to a Seder, I enjoy it.
I love a Seder.
I enjoy being with the family and the history. But it feels pretty hypocritical to do the more religious things.
Yeah.
Because I'm not religious, but I do like the tradition and the culture.
Yeah, that's true for me too. I love Christmas carols. I used to love to go caroling, and it really bums me out that I haven't found that situation in Los Angeles necessarily. One time,
I have some people I can put you in touch with.
Oh, please do, because it really is my favorite thing.
They're like serious gigs, though. They're like, if you become a carol singer, it's like 5 nights a week, and you're like, it's. Oh no, it's not like just go around your neighborhood.
No, I want to drink schnapps and go around my neighborhood. I will say this though. I don't know why I said schnapps. I haven't had schnapps since I was probably 20. But the idea of the hot cocoa and we used to do it when I was a kid, and I loved that. And that actually happened one night when I lived at my other house in Silver Lake. It was we were sitting. It was this magical moment. We were sitting in our living room and we heard singing, and we walk out to our front porch, and they're just standing on the street, just singing for anybody who wants to come out and listen. It was exactly. See?
Did you go out and solo?
I was like, wait, let me go get my guitar.
Yeah.
And I followed them around.
Yeah.
I lost them.
Yeah.
I don't know. They went down Montana Street and I went the other way.
They're
but
fast.
Yeah. But I love caroling. I mean, all that stuff. I struggle through trying to play Christmas songs every year, and I never can finish one that I can actually play in time. But I play them. It's fun.
Well, this is a great transition because I also want to talk Christmas songs or holiday music.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what are your favorites?
You know what one of my favorites is the carols at the spinner. Well, we need a little Christmas right this very minute.
Right this very minute.
Yeah.
Isn't that from Mame?
Is it?
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Joanna? It's a show tune.
Here's what I will say about a lot of I love I'll Be Home for Christmas. I love White Christmas. Do you know that all those songs are written by Jewish songwriters?
Irving Berlin. And yep, I do know that.
Most of your favorite Christmas tunes. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's a great one. Yeah.
I had some very traditional choices in my thinking about this.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think one of my favorites is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Have a Happy Holiday. And then
is that traditional, you think?
I mean, 50, 60 years old, everybody knows it.
Yeah, good point.
You know, and then I heard, I don't even know which one it is. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding.
Mm-hmm.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Yeah.
So those were going to be my choices.
Okay.
I was comfortable. I'm like, there's no way Fabian can say, oh, I hate those songs.
No.
Right? I mean, they're such solid, lovable,
monster.
upbeat songs.
Now, you want to give me that Mariah Carey crap.
I love that song.
Of
but
course
it's
you do.
An obvious choice. You really don't like it?
I just don't like the modern stuff as much. I don't like
But in context of Love Actually.
Oh,
like,
well, yeah.
When that beautiful girl sings it, I love that song.
That's true.
But I also want to give honorable mention when we talk about Christmas movies. Meet Me in St. Louis, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Just like leaves me in a puddle. I love it so much.
Oh, God, yes.
But we're saving movies till later because I feel like movies are really going to be hot button issues. So that was my list. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding.
Yeah.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Yeah.
And then I went into the drugstore yesterday and I heard a song and I couldn't contain myself because it immediately made me think of you.
Oh.
And I know it's one of your favorite songs and also a show tune that you sang in the very first miscast. I'll be fine and dandy, Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas.
Yep.
And that's Dolly Parton, not a Jew.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I only know that song from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And funny, being like 9 or whatever I was, I don't even know, watching The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas on repeat because I think it was playing on a cable channel. Yeah, I saw that whole movie a gazillion times and I was so proud because I was like, well, I live in Texas. I could grow up and work in a whorehouse someday. Doesn't
it make it look so appealing?
Oh my God, they have
the camaraderie, the friendship.
It's just a little bitty pissant country place. Nothing much to see. Yeah, no drinking allowed to get a nice quiet crowd. I mean, it's a dream.
Yeah.
It sounded way safer than most of the bars in our town. Like it was a dreamy, family, fun place. Yep.
Sure. And I played Dotsy May in college.
You did?
I did.
Oh.
I sang the S out of that song. And it was, I'm just shamelessly bragging, but I was a sophomore and it was like all seniors up for that part. And I got it. And it was like, oh my gosh, I got this big featured.
Is it? Which one is
amazing song?
Dotsy May? I don't know. I don't remember.
She's the waitress who's like jealous of all of the glamour at the whorehouse. And so she sings that song, Dotsy May, plain as gray, respectable.
That's a deep cut. I don't know that one. That wasn't in the movie, I don't think. Was it?
Oh, perhaps not.
Yeah, the movie with Burt Reynolds,
Ooh, yeah. It's not a very good movie.
I don't remember. I remember Charles Durning. Yeah. I guess it wasn't a good movie, but like the I Will Always Love You moment where Dolly Parton sings that to Burt Reynolds. I mean,
sure.
Amazing. And like I think that was every woman's dilemma. And that's where I learned my whole life philosophy that like, obviously you can't be together because you're a whore and he's a man, but but you can always love them, even though they can't love you back because you're a whore. And I think that just describes...
She herself is not a whore. She's
the madam.
The patron.
Well,
the madam.
No, but you have to assume she started as a whore. You don't get to be...
patron, that's okay.
You don't get to be a madam just by not doing a couple HJs. You know what I mean? So...
Oh, okay. I never thought of her that way. Because she's very protective of the girls as long as they don't claim to be sick when they're not sick.
Yeah.
As she states very clearly in that opening number. Oh, God. I saw the movie like one time 20-something years ago. But
like I said, I think I watched it on repeat.
I know the show.
Maybe I was interested in a few things when I was a kid.
No.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, that kind of transitions into movies, doesn't it?
It does. But can we save movies? And can you tell all the Fandies all the cool things we beg them to do every week?
Guys, even this bonus delight, it's not really bonusy, but this holiday magic episode is brought to you by True Story FM. It is engineered by Pete Wright and music by Ian Post. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Pete. And hey, especially in the spirit of the season, if your podcast app allows you to give us ratings or reviews, please do it. We love hearing from you. It could be the greatest gift you give us this year. Just 5 stars would be awesome. But whatever you feel, we want you to be honest.
And you can ask us a question in there and we'll answer it right in the next episode.
Yeah, actually, if you want to tell us your favorite holiday traditions on a review, we would love to see that too. You can also, if you want to share with us, you can join us on Discord. Just go to mancave.com/Discord. There's a community channel there that's open to everybody. And then there's a secret Fandy Mandcave member channel that you can join as well. Oh, but if you want to become a member this season, set your new year up right, make a New Year's resolution to really listen to all of our content, you can go to mandcave.com/Fandy, that's Fandy, to support us, and you get lots of really cool stuff. There's bonus content, and there's, the Discord channel access, and we will leave you a special birthday message for your birthday. And pretty much do anything else. You can't believe the shit we'll do for $1. So please do.
Whores, yeah.
And speaking of dollars and whoring ourselves, our faces and our shows on a bunch of cool merch. Really fun stuff. There's a lot of swag. And there's the real Mandys of San Fernando Valley. There's Mandys in white and white. It's just our classic Mandcave stuff that have pictures of us doing dumb things together. So go check it out. They're fun gifts, and it's all available at mancave.com/merch. Put us under your trees. Stuff your stockings. Here we are.
Holiday movies.
Well, Love Actually is my top.
Okay.
Yeah.
A very respectable choice.
All-time best. Very. I think I watch it every year. Love it. And Elf. I watch Elf every year. Oh!
That's my number one.
And It's a Wonderful Life, which is a tough one. I always have to fight my family to watch It's a Wonderful Life, and they all love it, but it's such a dark movie.
It's dark and it's slow, and that one is not one of my favorites.
Oh, I love it.
But Elf is our Christmas morning. I tried to force Christmas Story, and I still try and force it.
I hate that movie.
You are the second podcast I've done where one of my co-hosts said that.
Yeah, don't like it.
That's crazy.
I don't love it.
I love that movie deeply.
Really? Why?
I adore it. I think it has so many classic moments that make me laugh and touch my heart, and I love it. And sharing it with Casey, we shared it when he was a little too young and he found it really boring. So now every year we're like climbing back up that hill of like, we've watched Elf. Now let's watch A Christmas Story. He's like, okay. But it's not his favorite. And I just like force it on him.
But do you love it? Does Jeremy love it?
Yes.
Really? And is it because it was something...
because we're good people with hearts and souls.
Okay, I don't find that movie heartwarming at all. The only thing I remember is like there's a woman's leg and a lamp, which is pretty sexist and that's all I remember that movie. And it's about him getting...
fragile.
It's about him getting stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like... It's a Wonderful Life is about like you have purpose and meaning, even if things don't go your way.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's a meaningful movie. It's, really... heartbreaking, but meaningful.
It's meaningful. It's just a bit Dullsville.
Yeah. but did you guys watch it as kids? Is it a nostalgia thing? Because I think it needs to be a nostalgia thing.
I never saw it until I was an adult, I think.
Oh, really?
And then I watched it with the kids I nannied for. And they loved it. And I just got so into it.
It's,
and it's so quotable. And
you can hardly share holiday traditional movies with your kids anymore because they are like churning out new Christmas movies at an alarming rate. The Christmas Chronicles.
Well, what new ones are
The
there?
Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell.
What's that?
Oh, God. My kids have watched that religiously. It's on Netflix. There's Christmas Chronicles and Christmas Chronicles 2.
Never heard of these.
It's really good, actually. They're good little movies, adventurous, fun little movies. There's A Boy Called Christmas, a new movie that's coming out this year.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That title turns me off. That just sounds like a schmaltz fest. I'm not into it.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's better than that because I wrote it down as like, I want to see that, which means you'll probably hate it.
So you wrote something down?
I did.
Because I have to write everything down and you don't write anything down.
I put down things I want to watch because otherwise I will forget.
You just forget.
Yeah.
Now, Love Actually, your girls have not seen that, right?
Oh, you know what? I don't think they have.
Because every time I'm like, I love that movie, Casey. And then I'm like, oh, there's a porn, like the when they're blocking the porn movie.
Oh.
And like her tits are there and he's like, and there's a lot of like little things that are very, very adult in that movie.
Right.
So even though there are kids in it and moments that I think the kids would love, I'm holding off.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
But I did force Casey and Jer to watch Meet Me in St. Louis, one of my favorite Christmas movies. One of my favorite movies.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Musical.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
It's going on the list. And that backfired because, it's older and slower. And so Casey was bored by it. And then I was like, get out of my house. I hate you.
So basically. So the slowness of Meet Me in St. Louis doesn't bother you, but the slowness of
musical.
It's a Wonderful. Oh, because it's a musical. Okay. Got it. Is there a stage version of Meet Me in St. Louis?
Hell yeah, there is.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Which came first?
I think the movie, but it's where Clang, Clang, Clang went the trolley.
Mm-hmm.
And Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I just love it. That's going to be one that I make you watch with me, though.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I like that new thing that I do that I'm like forcing you to do it with me.
Yeah.
I have it on DVD. Do you have a DVD
Because
player
even though
still?
I might love the movie, I hate spending face-to-face time with you.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes.
you get me coming and going.
But we could wear our pajamas and drink hot cocoa and watch that movie.
Oh, you had me at pajamas. Yes.
I know, right?
Yeah, well, and we're going to, maybe there's a new tradition. I don't know. West Side Story is not really a holiday movie, but we're going to go see West Side Story.
We are for a future podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it's all like, the other thing, I have a couple of little hack things.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have
just ideas,
Yeah.
Well, one is, this is something that we did that my kids went bonkers over it and makes something feel really, really special. Have you ever done the string thing with a gift? So this is a good one for like Christmas Eve to Christmas morning, where the kids go to bed and you hide a present somewhere in the house. And then you take a piece of string and you take that string you wrap it around furniture, you put it into cupboards, you hang it over lights, and you put the string all over the house. And then when they wake up, they take the string and they have to follow it to the end of their present. That's a pretty good one.
And then if they don't like their present, they can strangle you with it.
Huh. That went dark.
Right?
That went, no, my kids like any present, I swear to God.
I know.
You give them a manila file folder, they'll be like, oh my God, we'll use these as menus for a restaurant. They haven't.
I don't want to brag, but I'm so excited to give them what we're giving them. Like, I can't wait.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Are we doing a double though? Because we're doing a gift exchange, which by the way.
Tonight.
Yeah. I want to just say that I completely disagree with this idea of gift exchanges. There's too much. I don't think you should ever ask anybody to bring a gift. You should just, if people want to bring gifts, they can. But
I think it's fun because it's for the kids.
It's fun
not
for the
forced
kids.
grown-up
and
thing.
so's the cookie baking party I did. And so is the pizzas I'm going to deliver to her class tomorrow. And so it's like, when is enough enough? Like my kids have enough fun, don't they? When does it stop? When is the day when I go, whoop, okay, guys, fun train's over. No more fun.
Wow. Wow. Somebody's a Scrooge.
I am a Scrooge. It's just because I'm terrible at buying presents. I like to buy things when I see something and I think of someone or when I have a good idea. But when I don't have a good idea, then I feel like now I'm just going to go out and buy crap.
Yeah, but kids love crap. And you know that.
Oh, I know they do.
Any other holiday hacks we should know about?
Oh, I had a really good one, but I can't remember it now. So, yeah, I don't have it.
Well, post it on Discord if you think
I will. It'll happen the minute I go, oh, God damn it. It was the mulled wine recipe or something like that,
That's another negatory for me.
Just say no to gift
Christmas
exchanges.
drinks are gross. Eggnog and
I love eggnog.
Wine and all of it.
I love eggnog. I could just chug a lug, a whole carton of eggnog all on my lonesome.
Just give me like a Christmas bottle of tequila,
See, you know what's great about eggnog? It's probably because the homeless thing, right? Because people throw out eggnog. It's always available. I could live really well.
Or regular milk, and once it turns, it tastes like eggnog anyway.
No, that's not true.
It's a bit true.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good time.
My goodness, this was a delightful holiday rendition of the Mandcave.
It was very agreeable.
I know. Well,
that's all right.
It's a Wonderful Life. We had a couple in there. And let us know as you review our podcast on Apple Podcasts or in our Discord channel what your favorite holiday things are. Let Mandy know that the canned cranberry sauce is better.
Ugh.
And everybody have safe, happy, joy-filled, sugar-filled holidays.
Oh, yeah. Hug your loved ones.
Hug yourself. Keep talking.
I think that's great.
Merry little Christmas.
Because we
Let your heart
want you to bond with your fellow man. That was good. You could have sang all day. I loved it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I literally will see you in like hours.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
Love ya.
Love you.
You can't see them on their sleigh ride across the sky. Gather all your friends around or go out and paint the town. It's the only time of year the whole wide world turns upside down. So baby, light a fire and we'll toast the night away, because Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming.